Has it ever happened to you that in the middle of completely new experience, you suddenly feel as though you have lived that exact same moment before? It happens to all of us. This very strange and very interesting concept is known as deja vu. Deja vu is the airy sensation that you have already experienced a present moment or situation even though it is happening for the first time to you. What is deja vu? Deja vu is a fascinating and mysterious experience that has intrigued people for centuries. The term itself is French for already seen, and it describes that uncanny feeling when you encounter something for the first time but feel as though you have experienced it before. Let's delve into the various theories and explanations of deja vu from various perspectives. The first perspective or explanation of deja vu is a philosophical perspective. From a philosophical standpoint, deja vu can be seen as a momentary glimpse into the mysteries of existence. Some philosophers, particularly those interested in metaphysics, have speculated that deja vu could be evidence of parallel universes or alternate realities. According to this idea, when you experience deja vu, you are momentarily tuning into a version of yourself in another timeline or dimension where the event actually happened before. This notion aligns with the idea that time is not linear but rather a complex web of possibilities and outcomes. Another philosophical angle is the idea of eternal return, a concept popularized by Friedrich Nietzsche. This theory suggests that the universe and our lives may be cyclical, repeating infinitely over time. Deja vu could then be a fleeting memory of a past cycle, a brief recognition that we have lived this moment in a previous iteration of our lives. Some philosophers also think that deja vu is an answer to the debate of determinism versus free will. Some say that we have free will, but there are other philosophers who think that everything is predetermined, which is called as determinism. So if you're smiling right now, that is also predetermined. They say that deja vu is actually an evidence that everything is predetermined, and it's just a glitch in the matrix where you experience something that is predecided and you experience something in advance. From a neurological perspective, deja vu is often seen as misfiring of the brain's memory systems. The brain's hippocampus and temporal lobes, which are crucial for memory processing, may sometimes mix up new and old information, creating a sense of familiarity with a novel situation. One leading neurological theory is that deja vu occurs when the brain processes a new experience through the temporal lobe slightly out of sync. This might happen if one hemisphere of the brain processes the information a fraction of a second before the other, leading to a sensation that the event has already occurred because it feels like a second viewing. Another explanation involves cryptomnesia, where the brain retrieves a forgotten memory and mistakenly applies it to a current situation. For example, you might see a scene in a movie that you have forgotten, and later, when you encounter a similar real life scenario, it feels very strangely familiar because your brain is referencing that forgotten memory. From a psychological point of view, deja vu can be linked to the way our mind processes and stores memories. Some psychologists believe that deja vu may be the result of brain's pattern recognition system being triggered. The brain is constantly scanning our environment and comparing it to stored memories to predict what might happen next. When it encounters a situation that is similar to past experiences but not identical, it can create a false sense of familiarity. Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, suggested that deja vu is related to repressed memories or desires. According to Freud, when you experience deja vu, you might be unconsciously recalling something similar that happened in your past, which is linked to a repressed thought or desire. The familiarity is your unconscious mind trying to bring that hidden memory to the surface. Interestingly, the experience of deja vu also raises questions about the nature of time and consciousness. Is time a linear progression of events, or is it a more fluid thing with past, present, and future overlapping? Deja vu might be a glimpse into the deeper reality where time is not so straightforward. Some theorists have even proposed that deja vu could be linked to a collective unconscious or a shared memory among all the humans, as Carl Jung suggested with his concept of archetypes. In this view, deja vu might not just be a personal experience, but a connection to a universal memory or pattern of experiences that transcends individual lives. Ultimately, deja vu remains a mysterious phenomenon that sits at the crossroads of philosophy, psychology, and neuroscience. It's a reminder of the complexity of the human mind and the many ways our brains interpret reality. Whether it's a glitch in the brain's memory processing, a brief connection to another reality, or a deep seated psychological response, deja vu invites us to ponder the nature of our existence and the boundaries of our understanding. Thank you so much for listening.